What's up everyone, it's Hunter here, back with another video. If you're new here, I'm a first year medical student and taking you along for the journey, so consider subscribing. This week, we are going to be waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day. So it's 6:08. So I did get up at 4:30. I spent 30 minutes in bed doing hockey cards on my phone. I was trying to figure out how I could get out of bed without disturbing Marin too much because A, she's been really sick this weekend, so I want her to get her sleep. But B, she likes her sleep, so I want to let her do that. She doesn't have to be up till like 7:30, so I'm not gonna wake her up at 4:30. So stayed in bed for half an hour doing cards, and then I kind of snuck out of the room, went to the office. The problem is the dogs, because they like to jump into bed whenever I'm not in bed. So I snuck out with Kaya. Mav got in bed, just took my spot. Kaya came with me to the office and slept in her little recliner chair. And so for the next hour, I kind of previewed the lectures for today and finished a bunch more Anki cards. And now we came downstairs, the dogs had breakfast, I'm gonna have a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and then we're gonna continue at it. And the goal is to have all my Anki cards done by 7 a.m. and I only have 98 left. So that should take 20 minutes and we'll hit that goal and then continue kind of getting ahead for the week because we have a wedding at the end of the week that we won't be able to study through. So I'm just gonna keep you posted through the week, energy levels, how I'm feeling about waking up at 4:30 in the morning.
Many of you are probably thinking, who on earth wakes up at 4:30 in the morning just because? The answer is this guy. I have kind of felt like I've been in a rut as far as both working out and studying in the last like 2 to 3 weeks. So this is kind of my strategy for breaking out of that rut. I'm just going to switch things up and see how productive I can be. This morning it worked out very well. So a little report, day 1 of waking up at 4:30 in the morning for a week. It went really well. So like I said in the intro, I woke up at 4:30 and did half an hour of cards just in my bed. And then I got up, went to the office from 5 to 6 and did just more studying, got ready for the day, looked at the lectures that we were gonna have and finished out some more cards. And then I took the dogs downstairs, gave them breakfast. And then from 6 to 7, I had a bowl of cereal and did some more cards. And by 7 a.m., I was done with all of my Anki reviews for the day, which was pretty freaking sick. Then I just kind of spent the day just doing schoolwork, and I did get a little distracted. You'll notice that there's a link in my bio where you can buy me a coffee if you want. I don't really drink coffee, so on the link, you'll see what the money will actually go towards. But if you're feeling like supporting me, there's that link down in the description. So we had a very productive day, and I am now on my way home from school. So I didn't go to school all day because all of our lectures were virtual and didn't have to be on campus for them. But I did sign up for a mock OMM practical. So with the block coming to an end next week, we have an exam week, and part of that exam week is an OMM practical, an anatomy practical, the end of our 2-week summative exam, but then also a final exam over all of the content we've covered in the first 2 months of medical school. I signed up to do this practical, so it was half an hour, went through the different tests, landmarks, and treatments that we can do with OMM. And it was really good, gave me some confidence on how the practical might go, but also pointed out some things that I still need to study, which is completely okay because I haven't looked at that content at all yet, considering that test is in a week and a half. I'm now on my way home. I actually am not tired at all. It's 6:40, so it's not like that late. I did get a workout in today, and I'm going to study a little bit more. There was one lecture that didn't get posted right away, so I still have to watch that tonight. But overall, feeling great after day 1 of waking up at 4:30. I'm gonna study till bed and do it again tomorrow. It is now 3:51 on Tuesday afternoon. I'm cooking up a pizza on the pizzazz. I know I said I was gonna start meal prepping, but this is just quick and easy. And I have chicken made, but no rice. And I'm trying to get some food in me quickly because I have a lot of cards to do. Right now, I have 250 left to go. So I'm doing those while I watch this pizza cook. We've got 4 minutes left. I did get up at 4:30, but I just laid in bed while doing some Anki cards and reading some emails and things. And it was tough to stay awake. Like, I was very tired, wanted to go back to sleep, but I did not. Got up at 6 with the dogs, then sat on the couch and read through some lectures and things. Then at 9 o'clock, we had a required lecture, so I went to that. It was just on a few videos ago, we had our first patient interactions. This was like a review of what those cases were and how we should have approached it, or where a bunch of people had problems and things like that. And then I had anatomy lab, did a dissection of the anterior abdominal wall as well as the inguinal region, which was fun. That was about 2 hours long. So I just got home, got the dogs out for a walk. I am going to be having a rain with this pizza for lunch. It was a late lunch. Actually, I did have lunch on campus. This is second lunch. So I'm gonna get through this stuff, and then we have a interprofessional something. It's called IPE introduction. So it's interprofessional something, where we're gonna talk with a bunch of the other students in the other programs at school and kind of learn how we can work together as a team once we get out into the healthcare setting. So that's kind of the day. I am feeling, now I'm feeling fine, but this morning was very rough. I was very tired. I went to bed at like 9:55 last night, so it wasn't even like I didn't get a ton of sleep, but 2 days in a row at 4:30. I was very tired. That's the synopsis for Tuesday. We will check in with you in the morning. Today has been an incredibly productive day. It's currently 3:49. I have gone through 5 lectures now. And I still have one more that I want to get through. So it was 2 from yesterday, 3 from today. And then there's one that I didn't watch earlier that I think I need to better understand the content. We've got the dogs hanging out all day. We're watching lectures today, which I haven't been doing, but I've been finding that the handouts that they've given us they're way more comprehensive than we actually need to know. Like, it's just very overwhelming. So by watching these presentations, I'm realizing that they don't want us to know everything in these handouts, which is a relief. Like, it'd be great to know absolutely every pathway and everything about the stuff we're learning, but we only have limited time to learn it before our summative exam on Monday and then a cumulative exam next Friday. And it's tough to learn it all. But today has been super productive. As you saw, I did wake up at 4:30, worked really hard until like 7. And then I actually took a little nap as Marin was getting ready for work. And then once she left, I got back to it. And I have actually been using this focus timer. So for those that have never heard of it before, I've been using the Pomodoro Method for studying today. Basically, you just study for 25 minutes or do work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, do 4 rounds of that, and then give yourself a 30-minute break, which I did for the lunch hour and took them for a walk. And basically, it just helps to keep your mind hyper-focused on whatever task you have at hand for that 25 minutes, knowing that you have a break coming up later. I find it super hard to focus a lot of times. I just know that I have all day to study and a bunch of stuff to do, and my mind's constantly racing around different things. If I set myself to this 25 minutes of just dead focus on whatever I'm trying to accomplish, I find that it's really easy to have a notification pop up about an email and not worry about it. I'll check it in that 5-minute break. It's been really helpful. I've kind of written it off in the past, didn't think it would be great for me, but after today, I think that I'm going to have to implement it more because I've now studied for about 5 hours today in total, and it's all been super hyper productive. Like I said, I still have a little bit more to do, but then I think I will be able to take the night off and just kind of chill with Marin. I'm pretty tired this morning. My neighbor got a new Lambo about a month ago. And it's a really cool car, but he only ever drives it at night. And last night he came home at 1 in the morning. And so I woke up to that. I was a little mad, so I was still just laying in bed till 1:15. And when I'm only getting 5.5 hours of sleep, that would definitely be when I'm in my deepest sleep, when it really counts. And so that was disrupted. And yeah, so I just feel exhausted this morning. So we came down here to the living room. This is what I mean when I say that the dogs are tough to deal with in the morning, because they think it's 6 a.m. and are ready to just seize the day. I clearly am not. But we came down here so that I wouldn't fall back asleep. Gonna get through a bunch of Anki cards. I'm all caught up with all my lectures, so
basically just have to do cards and wait till the lectures to start at 9 a.m. this morning.
Letting the dogs out one last time. It's about 8:40 and today was not productive at all. I went to campus. We did I had to do some BLS training, so it's kind of cool. They build into our curriculum to get our basic life support certifications pretty early, and then later on we work on advanced life support skills. So I did that, and then I had clinical medicine lab where we did some ultrasound stuff, and then I came home, walked the dogs, and then tried to get through some stuff, but just like wasn't super productive. So tomorrow is Friday. We don't have any class at all, but Marin and I are going back to Omaha for a wedding, so I need to be really productive all day. All right, we had to run to Fleet Farm. Today is Friday. It's about 3:30. So again, woke up at 4:30 in the morning. Last night I did not go to bed as early as I should have. I got on a little cops YouTube binge, so there were a couple different arrest videos that Marin and I started watching, and it was probably like 10:30 before I went to bed. So this morning I did not do what I said I should yesterday, which is just get out of bed at 4:30. So I just sat there on my phone doing my emails, did a few Anki cards and that sort of thing, but I was just super tired this morning. Then we just kind of did some Pomodoro sessions all day long. We didn't have any class today, so just stayed in the office, did Pomodoro. I just kind of went through the different Anki cards that I had, different objectives, and then we are provided with a few different practice questions, so I was doing those as well. And Marin is getting off here at about 4, and then we're heading back to Omaha for a wedding. So I've been productive all day today. Planning to do a little bit of studying tomorrow before the wedding, and then once we get back on Sunday, lots of studying because next week is exam week. So you guys will see an exam week vlog the Monday after all of my finals for this block. Marin is driving me to Omaha so that I can get through my last few Anki cards for the day. It's now 6:30 on Friday. We're getting a little bit more energy in us. Takeaways from waking up at 4:30 in the morning. It was really useful for me. I found that as long as I went to bed, what is your problem? Marin doesn't like being on camera. She doesn't know what's going on. Anyways, she's drunk on caffeine. Waking up at 4:30 is really good for me. I can be super productive because whenever Marin's awake, I like to hang out with her and the dogs. So she's not awake at 4:30 in the morning. She doesn't get up until 7:30 in the morning, which means that I have 3 hours that I can just be productive and get a lot of stuff done. And my mind's typically a lot clearer in the morning. So as long as I pair waking up early with doing Pomodoro sessions that I talked about earlier, I'm super productive. The only downside is that, like last night when we got stuck watching Cops and I stay up late, the next day is not productive if I wake up at 4:30. Even if I take a nap, it's just a really slow day. So it took me until about lunchtime to get super productive today, but once I did, things were rolling and it was good. I'm gonna continue waking up early, but in order to do so, you need to go to bed early, and when the alarm goes off, just get out of bed. Don't sit there trying to do stuff in bed because you will fall back asleep. So you gotta get out of bed and then just start grinding. And you might be tired, but as long as you get into a groove, it makes the whole day worth it. Now I'm getting into the sun, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and we'll catch you in the next one.